Many in Kenya have undoubtedly heard of the harrowing accounts narrated by torture survivors about the Nyayo house basement dungeons. The reality of the torture, physical and psychological, the days spent in cold, waterlogged cells, the starvation, all happening without the knowledge of the rest of the country. The revelations putting in perspective 24 years of rule by former President Daniel Arap Moi. What many have not heard of is the story of the faces behind the torture, the names and looks of those who perpetrated these horrendous acts that have now become synonymous with the dungeons. The men behind the torture who inhumanely beat up and starved their fellow countrymen in a bid to force confessions of sedition and treason. A group of about 20 officers who worked for what was then known as the Special Branch, led by this man, Superintendent James Opio.
Ale askari wamekuescort, wanaambiwa return this dog to the cage. Can you imagine? And then at one time akaniuliza who is this dog compared to 23 million Kenyans? Those days the population was 23 million.
The pitch-dark dungeons became home for many Kenyans deemed dissidents, and the longer they withheld information, the longer and worse Opio and his men would have them face the wrath for all manner of framed charges, including attempting, or so it was alleged, plot to overturn the then government. And more than 2 decades after the traumatizing acts, Opio's name is one whose mere mention Opio opens a dark closet that can simply not fade with time. Opio is said to have risen through police ranks chiefly due to his wide training in intelligence, trained from some of the world's top espionage capitals, including Russia and Britain's Scotland Yard.
Opio was tall, almost not big. He looked kind of between, like not quite thin, but not of a big build.
That perhaps explaining the extremities those who were, quote, enemies of the state underwent in their torturous experiences.
They beat all parts of the body till they see the blood coming from the anus. And that was the day I realized Opio was there, somebody very huge. He came and he talked to me in mother tongue. That's why when I realized that this is Opio, he told me every now and again, whenever the government is being overthrown, the laws must be involved. And he was speaking in mother tongue.
I very well remember James Opio. Those are the 2 people that I can remember. And Opio is the one who was actually pointing at broken legs of chairs, and he was telling me that Kangede, you don't cooperate, you see this is what we are going to use to break your other leg.
I came to know he was the leader of the torture gang at that time in 1986, and he asked me, what is your name? Why is somebody asking me, 12 men asking me, what is my name? Is it that they don't know?
In 1999, Opio retired to his rural home in Migori County after 30 years in the police force serving in intelligence. It's a busy market day here in Rongo Township, and even as everyone goes about their business, they remain well aware of one who lives among them, one who has become accustomed to living a private, quiet life, a man whose name sends shudders through the people whose hands he fell under. That man is one James Opio. A former Deputy Commissioner of Police, Opio is not an easy man to pin down. Join us in part 2 of The Face Behind Torture as we embark on a journey to trace down a man that is now in his 80s and sickly, yet still has a fearsome impact on victims who are yet to recover. Jacque Maribe, News at 8.